I have only one sign up in my office, and that sign says, measurement eliminates argument. Many people will come to me when I'm doing a presentation at any event and say, Fred, what do you think of my website? My answer is, I don't really think about anything. I interpret data and numbers. So that someone says, don't you think my website looks good? And I don't know. Does your banker think it looks good? That's really my question. I'm not really concerned about how something looks. I'm concerned about how something performs.
When I ask you the next time that I see you 2 or 3 months from now, if I do, I'm going to say to you, what do your numbers look like? And I'm going to be asking you to tell me 4 numbers. Unique visitors, conversion rate to sale, conversion rate to opt-in, and average visitor value. Those are the blood pressure and heart rate of anyone who does anything online.
But without the numbers, you come to me a month from now, 2 months from now, and say, Fred, I need help with my marketing efforts. I'm going to say, give me your data. Tell me the number of calls you got. How many of those calls turned into visits? How many of those visits turned into business? If you can't give me that data, I cannot help you. And number 2, you cannot help yourself. A confused mind always says no, meaning that people who are presented with too many options will make a decision to do what? Nothing.
If you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. I would rather talk about the 5 things that he told you not to do. The politics, the religion, and all of the other things, because here's my thinking, which is, again, equally valid, but completely different. And that is that if I start to talk to you about who I am, what I am, and I get 100% real with you, my thinking is that the people that I will attract will be exactly the right people for me. My numbers will go down dramatically. And I will not have thousands upon thousands of Facebook fans, but the ones that I have will be in sync with my thinking. And therefore, the likelihood of getting them to convert to do anything I want them to do will be much, much greater. Now, here's my suggestion to you. What I would suggest is you think and ask yourself, what are the niches that you are targeting? And create sites specifically to deal with their issues. And to have domain names that are targeted just to that group.
I don't want to spend my time, nor do I want you to spend your valuable time on the phone with people who may not give you an order, who may not give you $1. What are you doing flapping your mouth with people who aren't going to give you money? Now, I don't know if you may enjoy that, that's fine. Do it on your off hours, okay? Go to the bar, go to the club, do something. But don't spend your time in business talking with people unless they have a high probability of putting a check in your bank account. Upsell everyone. Do you want fries with that? If they can do it at McDonald's, you can do it at your place as well. What services can you offer people who get in touch with you? And how can you find a way? There's only 3 ways to make more money in business. Write these down. Number 1, to increase your revenue in business, number 1, you can get more new clients. Number 2, you can get your existing clients to do business with you more often. And number 3, you can get your existing clients to give you more money each time you come in contact with them and you do business with them. 3 ways. The upsell is the classic way of getting existing customers to pay you more money. You have to ask yourself, do you have services at multiple price points so that people, when they come in the door and they're buying X, you can say, well, what about Y as well? All of you have services in which you can do that. When someone requests a free report, what do they usually get back? Paper, and basically it's crap. Okay? So my suggestion is, if you give something to someone for free that really has true value, what will they think about you and your services? You probably have a lot of true value to provide. So make sure, I did a conference not long ago with a guy who runs a $225 million online newsletter business. They run 14 different newsletters. He says to me this, we give our best information away for free. Why? Because if we give our best information away for free, the person receiving it says, my God, if this is what they give away for free, Just imagine what they're trying to get us to pay for. Now, so does that change a little bit of your attitude about what you should be giving people at no charge? I don't care if it's your brochure or any kind of promotional material or your book, which we're going to talk about here shortly. Any of those things, if it's given away for free, it better be good because it reflects directly and specifically on my interpretation of what you have to sell me that costs me money. 2 ways to increase traffic to your site. Write these down. There's paid and unpaid. Paid and unpaid, and within that category there's, again, online and offline. In other words, you can generate traffic to a website. You can pay for it, something called Google AdWords. You can pay to advertise on Google, or you can get what's called organic search engine listings, which is your name appears higher on the search engines. I have time to talk to you about just one, and I will tell you what it is. All of you have heard about it. Probably 1 or 2 of you here are using it, and chances are the people who are using it may not be using it effectively. How many of you write a blog about your topic, what you do for work? Okay? Google loves blogs. Rather than trying to be the estate planner for the entire United States, if your blog was Phoenix Estate Planning, and that's how we titled your blog, do you realize that in very short order in Google, your organic search engine listings, if you followed everything that I would say to tell you to do, you'd be in the top 10. And when people see, by the way, when you go to Google and you see those ads down the right-hand side, which are clearly somebody's paid for them, and across the top where they're sponsored ads, which ones do you perceive as more credible? The ones that got there on their own or the ones that people paid to get there? You click on the ones in the center because that's the one Google said are worth it. Now, somebody said to me the other day, they go, well, if you can get your organic search engine listings up real high, the natural search engine, why even pay to do Google AdWords? And I went, well, you know, Google, the guys can wake up tomorrow, change the algorithm. Now, instead of being in number 4 position, you're in position number 444, and you were relying on that. The one thing that will always stay constant, you'll always be able to pay for ads. You may have an algorithm change on you that'll change your positioning, but you'll always be able to pay for ads. So you should do both. You should be doing both paid and unpaid. This is not a mystery. It isn't difficult if you know what you're doing. It's like anything. It's like the plumber that gets paid the $100 to know which thing to turn.